Hello and welcome to Techopolis. We are here continuing our path down, what was it, like mechanism plus teleportation? Is kind of blends together, right? Let's see here, Waystones was the name of it, but it's through mechanism, right? And we need to make this atomic alloy. We had gotten to that last episode. We got in the obsidian all taken care of, but we didn't have another one of these things here. And then turns out that my system was backed up because I was not automatically exporting glass to the I think this is which one is this, the dusts. So I wasn't doing that, so it was just like sitting there and I couldn't figure out why until I realized there was nothing in it. So let's see here. I put some crafters on top of here and put all those recipes in. I started moving the base ores to this over here to kind of speed this up. I upgraded this to the second tier enricher just so it's faster when I need to craft something. But I don't know. Let's get this going. All right, so we need to put obsidian inside this infuser here. So let's go ahead and get this going here. We want an importer right there, and then we're going to want a exporter. Come on, an exporter right here. And then we're going to want cabling there. And I believe I have a crafter on me, don't I? I don't. I wonder where I put that one. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. I'm not gonna worry about it. There we go. And sweet. So now we change the sides. So this is yellow over here. They're blue down here. And that should be good. So we need to... let's look at recipes here, right? This is the one we're making. We need refined obsidian dust because we're not making these enriched tablets yet. And we'll do that soon. All right, so there's this obsidian dust. Refined obsidian, we'll just go drop that right there. That's already pumping some things in. Perfect. And what else does this recipe require? Reinforced alloy. Okay, let's go see if we can get a crafter going real quick. I don't know why I don't have one on me. I must have put it somewhere else. I'm totally automating all this stuff over and over again. So yeah, here's the smelter I upgraded just to get through copper faster. That's really what it was boiled down to. I was going to either make more redstone furnaces or make that. All right, let's go here. Let's do this. Take out the obsidian and voila. So that's the recipe we'll put in that machine down there. And crafter. Let's go ahead and make one. Should be like decently possible. Looks like everything's stored except some iron. So that's not too bad. Let's get 10 of them scheduled. All right, while that's going, let's go ahead and set up this uranite extractor that we had picked up last time. So let's go ahead and drop that right there. Let's grab our basic cables. Let's power this thing like so. And apparently there's a llama somewhere around this base. We're going to, not external storage, we want importers and exporters. So we're going to export on top, import on bottom, flip it around, grab our cable. Let's just cable up there, cable up there. Perfect. All right, what does this thing take? This takes uranium. Uranium clusters. Where are those at? Right there. I don't think there's any other use for them in the pack at all. So that is fine. So that should go in like so. Perfect. Now this is gonna fill up our it's gonna fill up our system, right? But we're fine for right now. I made a few extra storage things, but what we really want to do is get that stuff processed somewhere. Where do I want to process it? How do I want to process it? I'll think about it later. Not a big deal. Let's go here. So yeah, there's 3 different kinds that come out. Let's grab those and then throw them in here because you have to cook them afterwards, right? So we might want to do this a little different, but this will work for now. There we go, and that should all go inside the system. We go back over here. I can see it flying by. There we go. There we go. Got that done. So that's in Powah. So that's 2 done. Now we need paste, which I think that is outside of our, our goals right now. How do you get these? All right, we gotta go kill stuff. So the only way to get it is looks like that. So we might have to triple down on our scrapped operation. So we only have 238 of those. So, and there's our crafter. Let's go down here. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to double and triple down on the scrapper. I only have 2 of these scrappers here going at right now, and I have an ingot in this one. Doesn't seem to be much difference, but I guess I'll have to upgrade that again. All right, let's do that. There we go, and drop that in there. Now that should allow us to craft the purple alloy, or whatever they're called. There we go. So alloy, there we go. There's the purple one. Let's just craft 1. We're missing the blue ones. How do you make the blue ones? All right. That seems like a recipe I missed. So let's go up here. Click on the blue one, go like that. Take out the diamond. So that goes into the diamond machine. So the diamond machine, I think it's the second one. There's just so many machines. So many machines now. It's getting kind of crazy. So this is the diamond. So we can drop that in there. And that should allow us to craft the purple ones. Can't wait till I get the handheld device. So let's go here. Let's do alloy. Like so. Craft that. Looks like that should be fairly straightforward, honestly. Looks like it's going to be anyway. Let's pop up. I scheduled some crafting monitors. Yeah, there we go. Crafting manager and a crafting monitor. Let's put them like right up here, so I don't have to go up top all the time. There we go. So this lets me monitor everything, and then this lets me look at all the different crafters that I have out there. And I can throw things in different ones and all kinds of cool stuff. So like I have one on a crusher with nothing in it. So I can definitely kind of manage that a little easier, I think. So it looks like it is crafting everything required for that. Let's go take a look at that one real quick. Make sure we're doing what we need to do. All right, it must have finished right as we jumped off there because there's nothing in the machine. Interesting. All right, hold on. Let's see here. What does the blue one require? Which requires a red one. Yeah, that should be like a trivial Operation. Why did why did it not make it? I must have something. The recipe must be bad. Is really what it must be. There might have been a fluid on it or something. Let's check here. Let's grab that. And then I don't know what caused animals to finally spawn, but they finally started to spawn. And where's my pattern? So let's put this in here. No, it's clean. So that goes there, infused alloy. I grabbed the wrong one. Here, let me fix this real quick. Alright, so I forgot to change the output to the bottom, right? So it was just sitting, waiting. And this one doesn't have enough refined obsidian to handle that. So what we're missing is a crafter card on this one. So let's add one of those in too. So like that, which then should kick off this one over here to make obsidian dust into the refined obsidian. And then over here, should pump in here. So we have 90 ml in here. And we need 40. I don't know what's going on there. But it's going to keep pumping it in here. And it should eventually kick off. Make sure I got these sides configured right. So that's none. Back is energy. Top is input. That's good. Maybe it requires more than that. It says 40, but seems highly skeptical. Oh, you know what? I didn't even power the machine. That's okay. So there's multiple issues going on here, but there we go. Now it's powered, and it should be able to craft that cheese. lots of things going on that are wrong, but we got that going. All right, let's go back up here, and alloy. There we go. Got that one done. And what is that? Waystones. So the next thing we need to make is a teleportation core. So that is a just a craftable item. So let's go ahead and just make a pattern for it. And I think this one is the newest one. So let's see your teleportation. Let's just make one. So that is gold. 2 of those things, diamonds, lapis, iron. It's a whole bunch of stuff. So I got that. Warp stone. Oh, geez, that's even more crazy. Purple dye. How the hell do you get purple dye? All right. That's crazy. All right, we need more patterns. So let's make some more of these. I go through so many patterns, but hopefully I have enough materials in there now to start working with that. So let's go ahead and make a warp stone like so. Let's throw that in there. And let's go back here. Do we have any patterns yet? Got 2 of them. That should be enough to make the dye. So we take the warp stone, we go to the purple dye, we go to the blue dye. We're going to make blue dye out of lapis. Simple enough. Red dye. Not really many options. I think this beetroot is probably the only option. We're going to probably have to set up farming for that. I don't actually plan on using very many of these, but whatever. Maybe going to the other dimensions. Waystones are useful. All right, so now we have purple dye. And What is that? Obsidian? Obsidian is automatically filled into the system by a lot of other things. Alright, so I have beetroots already planted right here. I just realized that. So I could grab these. This has been sitting here for I don't know how many episodes. Alright, let's just throw all that in there. We'll have to, I think you can use immersive engineering to craft those automatically. Alright, so I think it was warpstone. Still never showed up. There's the teleportation core. Got that. Now it wants us to make a waystone. So I think we can directly just craft the waystone, right? And it's actually not that much, really. We just need to craft 6 of these. I mean, that's not terrible. So we'll get that kicked off. There we go. Got those claimed up. Drop those in there. Like so. Alright, that's looking alright. So we made those, we made that, we made that. Made that. We made a crusher, awesome, we made that. Made all these plates. We never made this controller. So let's make that real quick. What is this? Redstone repeater. Here, let's... Redstone repeater. I don't want that as a pattern. I'm not gonna use this XNet one at all during this, unless I have to. There we go. Should unlock a whole different chapter we skipped over. There we go. Advanced Techium. That's done. Throw that in there. Made that. And we never made the sawmill. Oh, why not? Didn't we make a sawmill? Alright, well, let's queue up a machine frame for that. What are we missing on this one? Yeah, we couldn't do that one because we didn't have another brick. So can we get our waystone yet? No, our waystone is still crafting. So it looks like we're down to 1 atomic core to be crafted and whatnot. Let's look at where we're at here. So that completed... I completed chapter 2, chapter 1, chapter 0. And there's a lot we can do in chapter 3 still. This is going to be interesting. This is unlocked now. So if we take these teleportation cores and we drop them into an enrichment chamber, we will get flux dust. Flux dust will allow us to... here, let's get all these favorite... Allow us to do the FluxNet... FluxNet... whatever this is, mod, and allow us to have wireless power. So let's get all these favorited. This is going to be an expensive ordeal. There we go. Let's grab this one. Trying to grab the right things. No, that's not it. We don't want that one. We want the glass one. And then the controller is that. All right, perfect. So let's go over here. Let's drop that in there. Let's get these out of our bag. There we go. I wonder if I can get a bigger backpack. Let me look on that real quick. Helps to search in the right search window. Backpack. So I have this one. What do I need to get? Is this diamond? Oh, it's just a different color. Oh, do they not? Oh, there we go. Iron backpack. Okay. Looks doable. Let's do this real quick. Let's get everything out of here. And where do I have that backpack? Right there. So we can I guess we have to go through each stage. So of course we don't have any iron in the system. I need to set up requesters to constantly fill in all the different missing stuff that I'm using constantly. All right, so we should be able to. There, let's do iron. There we go. That's going to gum up the system for a little bit, but should be fine. So let's go here. Iron backpack. Like so. Perfect. Gold backpack, same thing. We're out of gold. All right, well, I'll do that later. It's not a big deal. We got a bigger one anyway. How much bigger? Oh, that's like significantly bigger. Let's drop all this in there then. Wow. Okay, so we were waiting on a waystone while we were getting distracted by that. There's our waystone. Waystone's complete. All right, so let's go here. We're going to make flux dust in the enrichment chamber. So let's go ahead and do that. That looks like a decent recipe. So the flux, is this flux core? Looks decent, but these Eyes of Ender, Eye of Ender, blaze powder. That makes sense. All right, so that is that goes in there. This one goes in there too. And this one goes in the enrichment chamber. So the enrichment chamber is down here somewhere. Purification, enriching factory. Drop that there. And we should just be able to craft that. So let's see, add flux. So let's craft like 10 of that. That seems reasonable, right? It's expensive as all gets out, but it is done. So we got that done. Do we ever get that? We did. So there's our sawmill. Don't need it, but as a part of one of the quests. So I think all we're down to is that last magma crucible, but we don't have another brick to do that yet. All right, so we're in power now. So this paste here, yeah, this is we're gonna have to make a resource combiner for all this, and we need more blaze rods. How are we getting? Yeah, we're getting blaze rods through the that stuff. So let's make another scrap. Right, we have 10,000 scrap in the system, and we're missing copper rods. How do you make copper rods? I can't remember. Copper rod. So you can make it with a metal press, a casting table, or a servo press. All right. Do I have a servo press? I do have a servo press, and because I was planning on this, right? And then I have that. Okay, so let's get this set up over here. I can just throw this down right here. Grab that. Power you. So we're going to drop that in there, but we're not going to automate this one fully right now because I don't have any crafters and stuff like that. So we're going to grab some copper because I'm going to like quadruple down on these these scrappers, right? I'm generating far more scrap than I can deal with 3. I'll probably add 2 more, which will just make this box full. I haven't voiding off any of the extras because they were just like populating the ground right there. But I'll do that, and then I'm going to put probably 4 of these scrap box right over there. And that should just generate enough these mob resources that we don't have to worry about it too much. This is... we got 6. That should be enough to make another one of those. Okay, what were we waiting on here? Flux. Still not done, so... kind of getting some other things done at the same time. Let's do that. And let's look at our crafting monitor here. So we're processing obsidian. We got a lot of iron going. We got 5 more teleportation cores going for that. A million. A million of that going. A million of that going. And this. It looks like that should be good. And if we come over and look at all our machines, right, they should all be just churning out various things. That one's a little underused, but that one's going, this one's going, so perfect. And while we're waiting, let's do this. Importer. Let's just get this thing so it imports into the system. I don't have to worry about coming back and getting these, right? Could not see the cables. There we go. And that should just start bringing those in, right? I think that's right. There, they're all in the system now. So that's good. And then one day when my crafters finish crafting, I'll be able to put a crafter on top to automate that, because I already have the pattern for it. I was planning on making one of those earlier, but I got distracted by a million different things. All right, so we go here. Still haven't gotten the flux, so I think it's going to wait for everything to finish. So it's just going to take time. I don't know what's slowing this thing here. Let's go take a look and investigate that. Let's see here. That one. Obsidian dust. Diamond dust. Oh, you know why? It's out of its magical power right there, right? I think these all need crafters on them. So there we go. It's going to start crafting diamond dust to fill this machine up. So those enriched things, I don't know if we can make those yet, right? There we go. So like an enriched diamond right here goes in the enrichment chamber. So we do have an enrichment chamber, so we can throw those in there. So let's get recipes for those going. And then we can kind of change this around a little bit. Those are more efficient, right? So that's the only reason you'd want to use them. So let's go here. Diamond. Obsidian. Redstone. There we go. So back down. Lots of travel. Not properly set up. And I guess I could have just used that craft manager to automate some of that. All right, let's do all that in there. And then I don't think that one has one yet, but go right here. Like so. Not sure what's going on with that one. Drag that one right there. And this one right there. And they should all just craft what they need when they need it, right? So you can see the redstone one is already crafting its own. This machine's just really slow right now. The diamonds are coming in. And we'll upgrade these eventually to the next tier. I don't think we have the power and other resources required to get to the higher tiers yet. All right, so that's good there. So now the diamonds are going inside of there, kicking those out for, I think, this machine right here. Which machine? Jumping around to here. Oh yeah, this one needs a exporter We'll deal with that later. That's a whole different process we gotta go. Yeah, so that's going. This one down here is going. All right, perfect. So we were just out of resources down there. So let's wait a few minutes while the flux dust continues to finish. All right, our first 6 flux are done. Let's go ahead and get those. Now we can make a flux core. Let's just make one of those. We're missing an Eye of Ender. I thought I gave it a recipe for that. I gave it blaze powder. Let's do like that. There we go. Eye of Ender. Drop that over in this machine here. And let's do back to flux. All right, let's just make one. So this is a fairly expensive recipe, as you can see. Very expensive. That should be a near instant crafting recipe. I would assume nothing has to go be processed. I don't think on that, does it? Oh, I guess it does have to go make the dust and stuff like that for the that, so that's going to take a few seconds. All right. Now, did I put flux points in here? No, I didn't. So let's go ahead and make recipes for all these other ones here. A flux point, like that. Looks like we need to make a recipe for a redstone block. Easy enough. And then a plug, which is a flux block. I'm not sure what that one is. Just triple the expense right there. That's pretty much what it is, right? It just keeps going and going. All right, so then that's just even more expensive. And what are we at here? This is a basic storage, and then this is the controller. Like so. All right. All these can go in there. Ideally, what I want to do is I want to get FluxNet up and running as soon as possible, no matter how expensive it is. Because I'm having lots of power issues, and I have no idea how much power I'm generating. I'd have to go and count all these different machines. I have wires going like everywhere, as you can see. I have no idea what is wired. I found a bug in my wiring yesterday. That little notch right there, right, was missing. So all these things down here are being powered off one of these things. It was just being totally annoying and just not good. All right, so now we have all of that in there, and that is still processing. What is going on with this? All right, I guess that, I think that's one of these right here. I think we got iron going in here, right? Yeah, so iron is churning out all the space in there. What do we need for the tier 2 upgrades? I mean, so tier 2, the red machine. I mean, we already have it all in the system. Why not? Let's go ahead and throw one in there. And why not? Let's do all the tiers, just so we have them, and we can upgrade them over time. Wow, that's... Yeah, I might like kick one of these off overnight because it's going to take so long to complete. There we go. Diamond dust. Not sure why that's crafting. I don't need the diamond dust anymore, I don't think. There we go. And then we just got a lot of things just churning through the system right now. So let's upgrade that smelter to another tier. So that'll let us do, I think, 5 at a time. So let's try making one of these, right? So everything's available except for those. So that shouldn't be too hard. Shouldn't be too hard. I say that, right? But all right, I'm gonna let some of this process, and then we'll go from there. Alright, my tier upgrade actually finished, so let's go ahead and upgrade this. So now we have 5 of these different slots to craft at the same time. This is probably gonna... I mean, it's taken 20,000 per tick. This is... So it's pretty costly, I think. But we'll see how this goes. We might have to double down on some more power or something like that. But that should get the iron knocked out. I'm still waiting on this iron over here to finish. Let's just actually take that iron out. I don't really care about it. Let's just drop it over in this machine. There we go. That'll finish. That'll get the flux net going finally. And yeah, eventually this can get 9 slots. And then what I'll do is I'll probably make like 2 or 3 of these. And then instead of going directly into the machine, I'll have it go into a secondary inventory, like a barrel or something, and just have it distribute across all the machines, so it'll be a little bit faster overall. And then I can have all the recipes on one setup and just not even have to think about it anymore. All right, there we go. We got our flux cores, 4 of them. There we go. Where are we at now in FluxNet? We need a flux block, so let's see if we can make one of those. Right, here's a flux block. Looks like that's instant. Just an auto combine, so we got that, we got that. What does that lead into next? That lets us do points and plugs and storage. All right, so let's do a... Oh, we only have one of those. All right, let's do it this way so it'll automatically go and craft all that junk. So let's do a flux plug. As you can see, that is extremely expensive. And let's do a flux point. Seems even more expensive than the other one. And then we'll do a basic storage, which we're missing glass panes. Let's check that recipe real quick. I don't know if it needs glass panes or not. I guess so. So let's do glass panes. Not those. Do we have glass? I know I'm like exporting massive amounts of glass out of the system to melt it down for what you call it. There we go. We got a bunch of glass here. Perfect. I'm trying to manually do some things to kind of speed some things up, but it's not as useful as I thought it would be. All right, pattern, 64 of those. All right, let's throw a bunch of glass in there. So, is it going to realize that it already has all of that? I guess not. So, all right, let's grab a few more stacks of sand. And I just keep throwing them over here. I tried putting automation on this thing, but none of the input slots I logically found were working right on the bottom, so I'm not 100% sure what I need to do. I might have to do the top or something like that. But it's really not really even useful to me to use that machine anyway. Once I get past some of this early on stuff. All right. Any of those finish? No. Yeah, I think they're gonna be crafting for quite a while. Truth be told, if I'm just looking at this, right, and I just kick this off, which is kicking off another million iron. So I think what we'll do is we'll finish up FluxNet next episode. I'm literally going to have to AFK for probably an hour or two to get this to actually be functional, right? Oh, what's this? Another teleporter? Oh god. Jeez. So yeah, we're getting there. I think next episode what we'll do is we'll finish up the rest of FluxNet. And I'll try to get the stuff ready for this thing. It looks like it needs lava. And lava is currently one of our downsides, so that's going to be a little bit interesting. But looks like we probably get this stuff started going. But yeah, I think that's probably a good idea to go ahead and call this one right here. And then finish it off next episode. So thank you very much for watching and have a fantastic day.